Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Redbay Chronicles podcast with me, your host, your tour guide on this journey that we call life. My name is Sergeant Redbay. Real quick, I'm going to do an intro because I'm hungry. So we're going to do an intro and we're going to cook food and we're going to talk. Real quick, if this is your first time here, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to tell you our agenda today. And then again, we're just going to dive right into it and eating food. So let me grab a log here. My name is Sergeant Redbay. I am prior Marine Corps. I'm prior law enforcement. And I am in the process right now of selling my house and using the profits to travel in this and make this my home. The trailer, that is, and do adventures and record podcasts and make YouTube videos and all that fun stuff. And that's my life story short. The big goal isn't just to have a YouTube channel with videos that you guys watch, but that is a part of it, of course. We want to build, and by we, I mean me, I'm in such the early stages of this right now, is to build what I call the Redbay Foundation, which is, yes, our community, but more so it's an actual physical location, a place that I'm going to set up a nonprofit primarily geared towards military and veterans to benefit their lives, primarily through health, physical and mental health, through the tools that I've found work for me, through my experiences and stressors from the military, which is working out, fitness, and nature. So this is great. This is great. But that's a little bit about me. And our agenda for today, we're going to be talking about a couple main things. One, we're going to be talking about the YouTube channel and Redbay Films, which I'm super passionate about, and I'm actually making a film right now, being here on top of this podcast. But then that's our topic today is Redbay Films, and then friendship. We're going to talk about friendship and all that fun stuff that's included in that. But that's kind of the plan. So I'm going to throw on one more massive log here. We're going to set these down, and we're going to get right into it. I'm here joined today by nobody. I'm here by myself, which I enjoy. Some peace and solitude, and it's gonna real make sure the camera's good, everything looks good. Sweet, man. Okay. So, first off, if you're just listening to this, please, this is a banger episode right now. I don't know if you can hear this fire crackle, but we have video both on YouTube and Spotify. So if you're just listening, that's cool. If you do want to watch, this is crackling, man. We're going to be, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to light up my dinner here. I am literally, here's the deal. I was planning this day. And I went to the grocery store yesterday, and I was thinking, what could I do for the film, for the video, regarding food? You know, maybe fry up some steaks, or, you know, steak and eggs for breakfast or something. You know, trying to, you know, not put on a show for the camera, but I'm not just gonna eat BS. You know, like let's make this an adventure, how to cook over a fire, or, you know, something like that. And the more I thought about it, I said, why don't we continue to make sure that this channel and platform is pure to me. And I thought, instead of trying to make this crazy recipe or whatever, I thought, how about I do what's wholesome to me? And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do hot dogs over the fire, as simple as it gets. I was raised camping by my fantastic parents. My sister and I were raised camping, and literally we're taking good old hot dogs from the store, and we're gonna brew these up over the fire here. We got some buns, barbecue chips is what I love, some ketchup, relish, whatever you're into, man. We're gonna be kitting that out here, and then you got to stay tuned for dessert. We're gonna do that here in a little bit. But yeah, a little bit more about me. That's a big part of my past, man. I was raised outdoors, raised camping, raised fishing. My grandpa raised me fishing, and that's just a huge part of my DNA, man. So right here, I'm at home. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love being here by myself and having some peace and tranquility, but I also want to, I'm going to share this, and then I'm going to get cooking. Cooking, I say. It's hot dogs over fire. But I really want to, especially this podcast, Redbay Films. Okay, that's this YouTube channel. That's the primary, that's the core of this channel, is adventure awaits, right? I don't even know how to explain it. The world is our oyster. We've got this beautiful truck back here. We've got this beautiful RV. We're hooking these up, and we're just gonna travel the country doing, you name it. If you haven't seen the trailer for Redbay Films, that's on YouTube already. Check that out. 2-minute video. It'll explain it a little bit more in detail. But my main ideas are just sharing my everyday life with you, sharing the fun adventures I do, like today's a great example. And then podcasting, that's what I'm doing right now. But taking this setup, and I'm bringing the podcast to the people. I'm bringing it to you. We could set up this podcast literally anywhere, like as you see here, and meet up with buddies, friends, other YouTubers, other gamers that I've played with before, or anybody. You see how crazy the opportunities are, and set up a second chair here and get them a mic, and we just have this conversation, man. I know plenty of people already who would love to be a part of that, and I'm sure some of you watching maybe would love to be a part of that as well someday too. So that's kind of the big goal there. So the wild adventures, the everyday life, the podcasting. Being a veteran, I was in the Marine Corps. We can dive into that in a minute, but a big part of that is I'm going to be taking my setup and traveling to military bases around the country. And again, the opportunities are endless. Checking things out on base, getting some crazy, insane workouts in, meeting up with other military personnel and making a film documentary video with them, making a podcast with them. I've got some buddies in the Marine Corps talking about me heading to their units and leading a PT session, a workout. And there's just so much in the realm of the military with the opportunity I've put myself into with the mobile setup and the platforms here on social media to share these adventures with you guys and bring you along that journey. And that's a huge part of what Redbay Films will be. So the military basis is a huge part of that. With those travels and crazy adventures, another thing is survival challenges. And I'm not talking about this. This is relaxation and being in nature, right? Which is beautiful. But I'm talking no RV. Let's throw on a pack with a week's worth of gear, and me and maybe a couple buddies. We're gonna go out to the mountains in Montana, up in the mountains of the Arctic north of Canada, maybe out in Alaska, and just do these crazy survival experiences out in the woods or the mountains, whatever. Again, your imagination's the limit. So survival challenges is going to be a big thing. And then fitness, man, I'm going to be working out. Every video I'm doing some sort of workout and intertwined into it, whatever. Fitness is a huge part of my life. And if you're a part of this community, let's make it part of yours too. It needs to be if it isn't already. We're going to be doing elite fitness challenges too. One thing as an example, I've got a pull-up bar. You can see in my video I'm making for YouTube on this little adventure. It fits in the back of my truck. It sets up, and we can do fitness pull-up challenges. I'm going to travel the country probably next year. It's probably not going to happen this year, but I'm going to travel the country in the sense of live streaming 10,000 pull-ups to raise $10,000 for the Redbay Foundation, that military nonprofit. That's kind of the big goal there. But past military guys we could podcast with, do fitness stuff with them, other bodybuilders, marathoners, and it just literally any sort of collaboration is the limit. Anything we put our minds to. So we're going full time. People don't understand. If you've been here, you understand, but people don't understand. I'm literally moving from my house. Like today's the maiden voyage for the RV. I'm the profits from the house, me moving away, is going into this production. I'm all in because it's what is going to happen. There's too much potential here to change lives, and that's my whole mission is to have influence in the most positive way on whoever decides to click on these videos and listen or watch or whatever it is. So let me fix, I've got a light here because it's going to get dark. We've got the trailer set up. I'm going to hit this light here. And I said I was just going to do a quick intro. Let me see if I can get this thing to work. Potentially. I'm going to look at my screen here, see if we can get this light to function. And hopefully that ends up helping. I have no idea if it will or will not. But that's what we got. So, another log on the fire, I think. Small one. Ooh, almost got me there. And that's our intro. It's a bit of a longer intro, but that's just a little bit about me and what Redbay Films is and what we're going to be doing. So we're going to scoot forward here just a little bit. Before I throw these dogs on, I gotta be serious. With this maiden voyage, a big part of it is seeing, you know, what is everything working on the RV? What gear do I need that I don't have? What is maybe suboptimal that I need to upgrade, you know, equipment wise, whatever. And we're gonna get a couple nice podcast chairs and eventually upgrade microphone and camera setups and everything. But a couple nice chairs. This is my table. I'm using a cardboard box and a log. I don't have a table, like a little portable folding table. I need a couple of them. It's just funny. I'm making a list of everything, everything we need. So I'm laughing because I'm sitting out here makeshift, but I'm scooting up here, and I'm just gonna talk from the hip, talk from the heart. Again, we've got our main themes. I don't script any of this, especially when we have a guest. It's just conversation. That's what a podcast is, right? We have our main themes: Redbay Films, me, my life. I think we've got a lot of new viewers coming into the channel. This is a whole new theme I'm doing of content, or I guess subject or category. So I just kind of want to talk about myself and introduce myself a little bit, just so you know who the heck I am. So Redbay Films and me, Redbay, and what did I say? Friendship. We're going to talk about friendship and just let the conversation go from there, right? So a little bit about me again. I was raised camping. I was raised outdoors up in Michigan. Oh, that's where I'm at now. I guess I should have said that. I'm up in the I'm in the lower peninsula of Michigan, and this is where I was raised camping. Not exactly right here, but we're gonna do two at a time here, double decker that. Just raised outdoors. You know, my grandfather taught me how to throw a fishing line out in the water, and we were raised at a campfire making food. And oh my gosh, it just, when I think of my childhood, a lot of what I think of is that. Being out in the boat fishing, which will, trust me, you know what makes sense is that's why a lot of the adventures part of this channel is going to be outdoors adventures and survival challenges and in nature, because it's my DNA, man. I love it, man. I love it. You know, fishing, camping, and just being outside. And so I'm 30. I was born in 95, and you know, so you got to think, when I'm a kid, think like 10 years old, so like the early 2000s, man, and cell phones were barely a thing. There was no high-speed internet, and it was just like, I remember being a kid, and music was on, and we were out camping like this, and cornhole was a big thing. You know, my parent and my dad, I just remember this picture of my dad. He's got this big old mustache, and he's throwing a cornhole bag, and just grinning, and you know, out in fall football season, so we got the game on, you know, and it just pure, man, just authentic human connection. And you know, that's a big part of what's inspired me to make this channel and content anyway. People have asked, man, why'd you leave law enforcement, man? So I was a police officer for 5 years, right? And I kind of saw it all and did what the city had to offer regarding, you know, I've done the shootings, the domestic violence, the vandalisms. I've been to the calls, the car crashes. I mean, at some point, it's just going to get repetitive in some degree. And I'm there working 6 days on, 3 days off, odd shifts, odd hours, long hours. The stress and obviously the dangers people talk about a lot. It is what it is. But all that said, doing all that for 60 grand, 70 grand a year, which is amazing money. That's well more than the average household income in America. But it's long-term, what is your impact? And that is incredibly, let's get one thing straight, that is incredibly noble, one of the most noble professions, first responders in general. And to do a 20-plus year career in that, 25, 30 years, is, I want to shake your hand. Thank you. But I found myself in a position that I think I have something else. I hesitate to even say more, because that is insane. But I have more to offer myself and the world around me in what I'm doing now. Truly, we're just we are at such a young stage in the Redbay Foundation, in this channel, in this platform. It's become my life mission. And for anybody that maybe I worked with before in the military or law enforcement or any of that, hopefully this answers some questions. I didn't talk to a lot of people about why I was leaving or what my plans were, because I kind of just set off to do my thing, I was ready. But it kind of comes down to the theme as well of the Redbay Foundation, of our community, is I am sickened by the Americanized normalcy of work your whole life for what? At the end of 20, 30 years of work or more, you're 60, 70 years old, you're in the last stages of your life, for a couple grand or a few thousand in Social Security or a pension. And again, like, that's fine, but you could work your whole career for the 60 grand a year, the 70, 80, whatever, and not spend a dime. And at the end of that, you're going to be in no shape, way, or form, let's talk financially, in the position that you could be otherwise by investing your money outside of that and easily doubling, tripling, quadrupling, 10xing that income by working smart, real estate. I mean, you could talk about all of this. And then just not being a cog in the system, not being a cog in the wheel for your whole life. The American society, most of the world's society, works way too much for somebody else, right? Boss makes $1, you make a dime, right? And it's so true for so many people. And unfortunately, a lot of people are just kind of stuck in those ways. But that's a big part of how I intend to live. These hot dogs are going to be so good. I just had them on indirect heat, which is great. It's how I want to live, and the example I want to set, and the lifestyle I want to encourage for you watching this right now, and anybody here in the Redbay community, the Redbay Foundation, is don't live your whole life working a 9-to-5 dead-end job and be content with that. I can guarantee I can find something in every single person listening and watching this right now that you have. I'll find something in you that is more to offer the world and yourself than working a 9-to-5 your entire life. This fire is blowing up. I don't know if y'all could see that spark. So don't settle. Don't be normal. And this, I make it sound so easy. Why doesn't everybody do this? Well, some people are stuck. A lot of people are closed-minded. But near anybody can do it. And it doesn't take much. It takes not being afraid to take risk. It takes not being afraid to being uncomfortable. It's in human nature to flow like a river. What do I mean by that? It is human nature to take the path of least resistance, right? A river is curvy through the hills because the water flows on the path of least resistance, and that in just a lot of our DNA is take the path of least resistance, which in biologically to our DNA makes sense, right? Let's conserve our energy and do the most efficient route, you know, as in our biological DNA monkey brains. That's what we're programmed to do. So what's easier? Working a 9-to-5 guaranteed paycheck every 2 weeks, making a medial wage, you know, a livable wage, and being content with that, and it's just guaranteed, and you go home at the end of the day. What's easier, that or taking more risk and challenge and uncertainty and going off on your own or starting a business? And in a lot of ways you risk a lot, and that's because it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it, right? So I know a lot of ways I'm making this sound very easy and very simple. In reality, it's not, but at the same time, it is. It just takes the desire, the discipline. And a lot of people don't have that. Again, it comes back to our societal norms. Take the path of least resistance. Be a cog in the wheel, right? Be the peasant worker for your whole life. And here's your mediocre pay, so you can afford your food and your bills and live paycheck to paycheck, which the vast majority of Americans do. And people just get stuck in that because that's just what they can afford right now, and then they're just so stressed at the end of the week. All they can think to do is put on Netflix and binge watch a show and just escape for an hour or two. And it's just unfortunate, man. It's challenging, right? So if that's you, oftentimes all it takes is somebody to say you can. And I'm telling you that right now, you can, because I did it. I'm here. I'm my own boss now, and I can afford my living expenses, and I'm pushing my own business, doing everything we've talked about the last however long it's been. So that's the kind of community I want to encourage and build, both here online and social media, and physically at the Redbay Foundation. So fitness is a big part of that. Do something with fitness every day, and just don't be satisfied. Enjoy your accomplishments and take a moment to acknowledge them, but don't be satisfied. Go set the bar higher. If you reached your goal, don't be satisfied just with that. Go set the next goal, right? So that's what the Redbay Foundation is all about, and what Redbay Films is going to be. These hot dogs. I was going to say this hot dog, and then these came out, and then it was downhill from there. These are looking beautiful. Okay. I mean, y'all need a close-up of that, don't you? Look, brewing over the fire. Oh my God, dude. Yep. So we're gonna cook up a hot dog here. That's the goal, man. That's the goal of the Redbay Foundation. Oh, smokes. Let's take those off. Whew, hot. Let's fix up the fire here, and then we're gonna throw these on a bun and eat while they're hot. So if that's my whole purpose, then what is Redbay Films, right? What is this big adventure I'm going on with the YouTube channel? Redbay Films is the main product of the YouTube channel. It is a weekly series, a weekly video coming out every Thursday is kind of what I'm aiming for. And it's just to show you my life and bring you on every journey that we go on, and literally build that confidence in you is literally my mission. By example, by showing you by example how I'm building from where I'm at today, which is, dude, I'm just right here. I'm not up here, man. I'm just starting. And I'm gonna show you the challenges, the fun, the adventures, the human connection, and all of it. I'm gonna show you what it takes. I'm gonna show you what it takes. So hey, if any of that interests you, Redbay Films, it's right here on the same YouTube channel as this podcast you're watching. Or if you're podcasting on Spotify right now, go to youtube.com/@SergeantRedbay, SGTREDBAY, and that's my life. Oh, that's my life, dude. I am hungry. I really haven't eaten much today, so this is great. You're just gonna listen. I told you, we're not scripting anything. We're just going at it, and I'm just putting this on my plate, and I'm just making hot dogs, dude. So you're just gonna have to chill and enjoy this experience with me, enjoy this campfire with me, which is great. I'm doing ketchup. So listen, nice hot dog here. We got a couple, and then we're gonna brew up a couple more. I'm doing ketchup, and I'm doing relish. Again, so let's talk about this dinner, right? This dinner was inspired by when I was a kid, and we'd be camping as kids, and we'd be cooking up hot dogs just like this over the fire. Easy. The kids can do it. You really can't mess it up, right? Because you're not really cooking the hot dog. It's a cooked meat stick, to put it simply. You're heating it up. Me, I like a little grill marks, so get a little burnage on there. It gives a little texture, a little flavor, right? And throw it on a bun. And then if your kid's picky, or if you just like it basic, then just eat the hot dog, man. Me, I don't want too many flavors. I just want a little ketchup, a little mustard, or no mustard, whatever you want. You know what I mean? I do a little ketchup, a little relish, a little pickle relish, and we're good. Now, I said a lot of what's important to me is fitness, which it is, and working out. You're not doing yourself any good if you're not eating well. This isn't the healthiest, but we're not eating for the nutritional. I mean, you've got some calories here, right? But the bread and all that, it's maybe not your number one choice. It does taste good though. Does taste good. I'm going to grab a drink, grab something to drink. I did not pull a drink out, and then we will literally continue. Get that second hot dog here going. This microphone should hold steady while I'm in here in the trailer. And for a drink, I just got some Gatorades and whatnot, which is perfection. A little zero sugar, right? If you're gonna clean up your diet, if you're gonna do one thing, just get rid of sugar, man. I'm telling you, I'm going the wrong way there. Just get rid of sugar. Oh no, I kicked my stick, brother. Okay, that'll need a wipe off before we do hot dogs round 2. So, that's good. So I try to eat well. I really do. Make sure everything's good here on the camera. How we doing? I can't really see my preview from way over here. The lighting, I think the lighting's good, no? Not bad for a day one mobile podcast, huh? Listen, again, if you're listening, if there's a slight pause, it's because I am eating. There's hot dogs over the fire, man. So, be a little patient. There's no rush. We talked about all the different adventures and challenges and videos we want to do, and podcasts and travels, military bases, all of that. But what about live streaming? What about gaming? Okay, I started this platform gaming. I did. Call of Duty, Battle Royale, Warzone. And I haven't gamed in a couple months, really, because I've been squaring up the house. Oh, that's a lot of relish. But gaming will still be a part of stuff. I don't know entirely. I haven't ironed all that out on to what degree and how. But gaming's great. Gaming's a great platform to connect with people. It's just, it can't be the main focus, man. Especially right now. We're setting up mobile internet, but we're going to be traveling, man, and some places you're not going to have a clear shot of the sky like here, and you can't set it up. Hold on, we're doing hot dog round 2. Beautiful, same setup, all that. But the thing about streaming Warzone, the thing I enjoyed the most about it was the actual live streaming. We had great success with that. I did it for a year and a half or so, quote unquote full time, and had a blast. And a lot of you watching now, that's how you found my channel. I grew my channel from nothing up to over 10,000 subscribers, and in that year and a half reached millions of unique viewers. Oh gosh, 3, 4, 5 million, whatever the YouTube channel says, it's several million, and that's incredible. Less than 1% of YouTube channels even reach 1,000 subs, and I'm over here with 10,000. It's insane. But now we're transitioning from gaming content to the Redbay Foundation, right? So gaming will still be in there somehow, but definitely live streaming. And over time, live streaming will be more prevalent in the Redbay Foundation. We'll have the weekly films. We'll have podcasts whenever appropriate. But I definitely want to get back to sitting down at a setup and streaming, but then also IRL streaming, real life streaming in real life, right? To go places and take you literally with me in live motion, and just be a part of things. So that's live streaming isn't going anywhere. It's just on the back burner right now. Because listen, here's the thing. Everything I just said, that is a lot. Period. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time is the biggest thing, man. It is a lot of time. It's not as simple as just hitting record and making these videos, podcasts, and streams. The editing is so much time and effort, money, logistics behind all of it. And I, at least at the time of this recording, I'm a one-man show. I do it all. All this is all done by me, all the setup, all the editing. I do not have more than 24 hours a day, just like you. So I cannot afford, time-wise, and there's also financial limitations, of course, to do all of that all day, every day. It's just impossible. Sorry, we're still working on this hot dog. We're still working on this hot dog. So all that said, the streaming will return. The gaming, yeah, I'll say it'll return. It'll return. But in a different way. Gaming won't be sitting down and hitting go live and just playing Warzone or whatever video game for hours on end and chatting with whoever's chatting in the live stream and then ending the stream. I'm pretty sure the days of that are few and far in between. And never say never, but hold on. Hot dog round 2. Round 2's complete. We're gonna cook up 3 and 4 now. But for gaming live streams, it's gonna be more purpose driven. Yeah, me gaming and vibing with the boys. That's purpose in itself. And that will be there. But the idea is to have more purpose behind it. Oh my gosh. An ember, is that what you call it? An ember from the fire just blew up and it landed on my plate. Get that out of there. I'm gonna have even more purpose designed behind any gaming content I do. An example would be like, you know, oh, the new Warzone game's coming out, or Battlefield, or Grand Theft Auto, and I'm excited to play it with my friends. Well, let's do this. We'll do a community thing where, you know, maybe we'll be gaming on Thursday night or whatever, right? And I'm streaming, and it's more of a community-oriented challenge in the sense of, look, new Warzone mode is out. I'm going to be doing this sniper challenge, and anybody in the community who wants to join in and try to help me win it, we'll do this all weekend. And at the end of the weekend, if you participated or if you helped me accomplish it, you know, we'll just keep going. We'll keep going. You know, we'll do a raffle for a $100 gift card, right? Amazon gift card or you name it. You know, and use it as a connection and free way for you guys to earn something cool like that and play games with me. It would be fun, right? Play with you guys and, you know, or maybe you just hey, anybody who's here in the stream, in the chat, maybe you don't game, you just enjoy watching. You know, if you're here when we do this challenge, you know, me, you know, my buddies gaming, Jay Slays, Jinx, Bino, Papa Laner, you know, maybe the 4 of us are setting up and we're doing a Saturday gaming marathon and we're not stopping until we complete the challenge, you know. You know, make sure you're here in the stream. If you're here, type raffle in the chat and, you know, we'll give away a gift card right then and there. Super cool. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. But that realm, that gaming platform is the exception and not the norm, right? And what do I mean by that? Well, what you're looking at right now is the normal, right? This is the normal, is doing these adventures and filming and sharing my life and everything we just talked about, building that mentality for a better life into your life and your aspirations in life and what footprint you're going to be leaving. Well, again, I'm going to accomplish that by showing my example of me doing that, by sharing stories of others, right? Travel to military bases and record a podcast with, you know, a buddy who's, you know, did 3 deployments over, you know, in the war on terror and Iraq, Ramadi, all that stuff, man. And I'm just coming up with an example off the top of my head, man. That's the normal, and showing you that process of how to develop a life worth living. And then gaming is the exception, right? So maybe it's, we've got no trips planned with the RV and, you know, I'm caught up on editing videos, or maybe we have an editor here. Would be great in a few months at the most, right? Bring somebody on to help me with all this. Good Lord. if you're interested, hit me up on Twitter, X, Discord, any platform. Please hit me up if you know somebody who wants to help. With any of it, with the recording, with the editing, with the traveling. You want to travel with me and be my cameraman? I got space. I got a place for you to sleep in here. I got all the equipment we need. Just come on. You think I'm kidding? Well, we'll find the right person. We'll find the right team, okay? Anywho, where am I going? What I'm trying to say is this is the normal, the Redbay lifestyle. And then the exception is, that's where I was going. Maybe the exception is nothing's going on. We're all caught up on editing, no trips planned. It's a Friday night in the winter, you know, it's January, Friday night, it's negative 10 degrees at the foot of snow, and I've got nothing going on. I'm gonna hit up the boys and say, hey man, let's set up a custom tournament on Battlefield tonight. I'm gonna stream it, you guys can stream it too, and let's get you guys watching, let's get you all involved, let's have some fun. That is where gaming comes in. I would love to do that as often as can be. That sounds like a lot of fun. I've streamed as a gamer. I did it full time again for like a year and a half. But I'm not a gamer. I mean, I'm a gamer. Yeah, you know, right? But not a full-time gamer. Okay? I have more to offer than that. Not that you can't offer a lot with gaming full-time. There are some guys that have reached millions through gaming and have bettered people's lives through it. I would love to do that too, right? But I did the gaming full-time for about a year and a half. I scratched that itch. Again, grew up to 10,000 subscribers, reached millions of people, made a few bucks through ad revenue and donations, super chat, all that. But doing this mission, everything we've talked about, I think I can offer more through that than only exclusively gaming. That's what I'm trying to say, and I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, we're almost done with these dogs here. They are bubbling up. They look good. Again, wait for dessert, man. We're not even there yet. All right. I think that's enough about me and the Redbay Foundation and our films. What else were we going to talk about? Friendship, man. It kind of ties into everything I just talked about. Friendship, man. Life is not meant to be lived alone. You cannot, bro. You cannot. You need family. You need friends. That's what true friends are. They are family. My buddy Rod Mayhem told me that once. I appreciate you, dude. I love you, Rod. Member of our community, dude. These dogs are good too. Life is not meant to be lived alone. And I half joke when I say this, because I have friends, man. I have friends that are family. But, oh, those are so hot. Youch, youch. Here we go. But I half joke when I say this, but I'm also half serious. I am in the market. Ooh, that metal's hot. I am in the market for new friends. And what do I mean by that? Again, I have friends. I have family. But I'm in the market for some new friends. I want family. You know, I've got a close core group of friends that are my family. But I want to expand that. I always want to expand that, right? That's what I mean. I have some great friends right now that would drive across the country to help me. And I've had to cut people out of my life too. Best example I can give is law enforcement, honest to goodness. I'm going to record a whole podcast on that world, but there are some runners and gunners that I worked with in law enforcement. Some badass police officers, man, that I would want covering my back any day. But unfortunately, that is again the exception and not the normal. The normal, when I was there, again, I did half a decade of law enforcement, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. The normal is the officer who shows up to work just like people you work with, and their goal is to do the status quo, the bare minimum, and to go home as soon as their shift ends. They don't want to be late. It just, right? The path of least resistance. They flow like the river. And that's just not how I operate, man. I thank my parents and I thank the Marine Corps for making me who I am and the way I am. Because I'm not that way. You got to go against the grain. You can't be normal. And again, I saw what law enforcement had to offer. This isn't a policing podcast. But I just couldn't spend 20 years around that as the normal, because you are a product of your environment. You know, when supervisors on a regular basis would call you when it's getting, an hour or two close to the end of shift, because they don't want you being proactive, because, hey, we got to go home on time, buddy. You shouldn't be a supervisor. You should not be a and that place is littered. The agency I worked for is littered with examples like that. My peers, my leadership, and that's the normal. Again, that's not everybody that was there, but the runners and gunners, the hard chargers, were few and far in between. They stood out. But I saw myself constantly fighting that battle of being who I am and doing right and living that lifestyle, right? Everything that I've talked about today in this podcast. And I found myself constantly fighting that complacent mindset of the normal officer, because again, you're a product of your environment. And after years of being in that, I said, I'm just over it. It's I'm gonna, if this is not the environment that cultivates success in its normal habitat, in its natural state, then we'll move on to another environment, right? Again, I'm not here to speak on behalf of every single policeman that's out there. I'm not here to speak on behalf of every agency, because there's some incredible people, and we need those incredible people. Where was I going with all that? I don't know. Y'all got me on a tangent. But definitely a great chapter in my life there, for sure. Oh, I'm gonna watch this podcast back and forget what I was getting at. Here, I'm making these hot dogs here. Got just a little bit more relish here. Last 2 dogs, and then we're gonna do dessert. I totally spaced on where I was going with that. Oh, but growing up with the hot dogs, we do some chips. I was always a barbecue guy, so we just picked up some good old barbecue chips. # not sponsored. Yeah, I can't remember where I was going with that conversation, but it obviously turned it. It's the beauty of recording this stuff, man, and just having an authentic conversation is the conversation goes where it flows, man. Oh, we were diving into the friendship thing, man. I gave the example of law enforcement. Okay, here we go. I gave the example of law enforcement on the kind of friends that I've had to cut out. There's people that are just okay with the complacency and normal. And here's why I wanted to talk about friendship today. Is right now I'm sitting here by myself. And my true close friends that are family don't live near me. They're not gonna, they would in a heartbeat. They would come up here for one night to be here with me to record this podcast. But I wouldn't ask of that, because it just doesn't make sense, man. Where's friends that would be here? I bet there's some watching right now. That would love to be a guest on, this is episode 5, on episode 6, sitting across the fire from me, right? Sit right here, pull up a chair, make yourself a plate. Let's live this lifestyle, man. Maybe it's my future cameraman, right? if you saw my last Redbay Films video, I ran a 5K on a military base. Maybe I just talked about this. I'm going in circles now, but my point is I invited all my friends and no one showed, you know. So I say all my friends. Like, I didn't invite people that live 4 hours away, that live 18 hours away across the country. I'm not going to do that, man. If we're going to plan a whole operation, then yeah, I'll invite them. But that's a whole different dynamic. What I'm getting at is, that's why I say I'm in the market for new friends. Is if my normal friend, if my friends, their normal is living that complacent, working 9 to 5, and living for the weekend, and watching Netflix is what they look forward to. And go enjoy your shows. I enjoy a good YouTube video or a movie, whatever. But if that's your normal, man, and you're not, if you're not into fitness, if you're not into living a better life than just being sucked into your phone and Netflix all day long, and listen, if you watched Netflix today and didn't work out, let's turn it around, man. Those are the kind of friends I'm in the market for, man. Is the one that wants to go run that 5K with me on the 5th biggest Navy base in the country. That sounds tight, man, and it was. And there's a YouTube video for it. Go watch it. You know, a friend should be family. Who wants to do that? Who wants to get up early, go get a workout in, man? Work hard, play hard. That's my lifestyle. That's the most elite lifestyle. And if you don't have the discipline or drive or desire, even if you don't have the discipline yet, if you don't have the desire for that, then you're just not going to be a friend in my circle, okay? I'll be friendly towards you, and we can have a cordial relationship, but I'm looking for a team, and that's the Redbay Foundation. That's the Redbay lifestyle. If that's you, welcome home. Okay, that's what we're doing. Y'all get me on a rant. But I had to finish that thought. Again, y'all watching and listening, you're going to have to be patient, because I'm sitting here with a big, beautiful plate of food here. We got hot dogs 3 and 4, some barbecue chips. And we're digging right in, bro. It is deliciously good. So, a little childhood memory of food, camping, fire. I'm gonna throw a couple logs on here. And it's just peaceful, man. It's peaceful out here. All right, that's plenty right there. All right, here's what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna slam this food. Let me check everything good here? What's up, y'all? Oh yeah, we're good. Please tell me you can hear that fire crackle. Beautiful. As the good Lord intended. My goal is to do this around the country. And whoever wants to join me, come on. Everybody, you don't have to be some crazy military special operator or accomplished this or that. Everybody has a story and something to offer. We can talk for hours. We can sit just like this. We're gonna talk for hours. I do this with anybody who's willing to have cordial conversation, right? That's what we're gonna do. Again, bear with me. We're riding solo, we're eating food. Dude, I gotta tell you, this firewood I picked up is so... I actually split this a long time ago. But it is so dry. I mean, just look. Look, listen, it's crackling, it's just gone. It's just simply gone. So far, if you look at this RV behind me, here's how long I've been planning to do this. I bought this RV about 6-7 months ago. I bought it like February because it's, people aren't shopping for an RV in February. So this one was a pre-owned, year or two old, and trade-in, immaculate shape. I've done almost no work to it. I've upgraded a couple things, but this is the maiden voyage for this rig, man. The mobile Redbay headquarters, right? The maiden voyage with our first trip. I bought it in February because it was such a good deal. I had an RV trailer before. Oh my gosh, bro. Bro, this thing just burnt a hole in my... Y'all just see that? Oh my God. Dude. Brother, that thing just burnt a hole. Ain't no way. Y'all see that? It burnt a hole in my shirt, brother. Dude, I gotta wear safety glasses. I mean, granted, I am sitting super close to this. Jesus, somebody clip that. Chat, clip it. Where was I talking about? Oh, the trailer. Yeah, the RV. So I bought it in February because it was just such a good deal. I couldn't say no. Like thousands off. I drove like an hour, I picked it up, and I brought it home, and it's been sitting at my house ever since. So I knew I would eventually get to the point where I can... This is still shooting off fireworks, bro. Oh my God. I knew I'd get to the point where I could start these adventures, right? So here we are, and we're on adventure number 1 with the RV. And what I'm trying to say is I think it's doing pretty good. I've made a little list again of things I know I need to buy or upgrade that I'm missing, a little table or equipment in there, whatever. It hasn't been much though, but it's done well. It's comfortable. It's got everything we need. There's a little tour of the inside on YouTube if you want to see that. I am very happy with it. Good purchase. All right, hot dog 3 is done. We're putting down number 4. We got these chips, so we're gonna slam a jamma. This is gonna be a banger podcast, man. Beautiful out here. There's a lake right here. This small little lake. Again, we're in the southern part of Michigan here, up in the middle of nowhere. It's just a beautiful night, man. I don't know what more you could ask for. Still can't believe that that explosion that just happened 5 minutes ago. That thing that burnt my shirt, bro. Well, guess this isn't a nice shirt, huh? Not anymore. That thing almost took me out, bro. Ain't no way. Well, so that's what I wanted to talk about with friendship. Okay. Hot dog 4 is done. Thank you. Thank you for being patient. That's what I wanted to talk about with friendship. That's the kind of friends and people we need in the Redbay Foundation. In this community, it's simple. People that want to work hard and then play hard. that's pretty much how I operate. There's not much in between. I don't do much lounging around in between, right? Okay. I'm gonna take some of this food in the trailer, and then we're popping on dessert. Take a look. Listen, if you can hear me chewing those chips, we're done, I promise. They're good though. Okay, dinner's done. Oh, yep, that's what we're about here, man. And again, can that community and that sort of energy be built through gaming? Yeah. If that's the only content I did, yeah, we could do that. I mean, we did that. I think on a smaller scale than what we hoped what it would be, and I think that's why I've been called more towards what I'm doing today with the Redbay Foundation. Again, I think it's not even I think you can definitely accomplish more with what I want to accomplish, not excluding myself just to gaming. Is that the right way to say it? But I'm talking in circles. Again, we'll keep gaming. We'll keep gaming. Okay, you can see what we're doing here. Check this out. I don't do mini sweets anymore. I love them. Okay. But for dessert here, I'm sitting on a bag of marshmallows, a little pack of chocolate, and some graham crackers, dude. As simple as Campfire s'mores get. Again, I said, what should I do for food? And I said, well, when I was raised camping as a kid, we were doing s'mores over the campfire. Again, it's hard for the kids to mess this up, right? And, you know, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna pick up some s'mores stuff. And for the podcast here, we'll make a couple of these, huh? I'm gonna make two of them. Make two of them. Too many sweets and I'm hurting myself, right? We don't want to be doing that. So, if you've never made s'mores, you are missing out. You know, some of you are sitting there like, oh, dude, I grew up, you know, camping, s'mores. This is part of your childhood. And like, around where I grew up, true. Probably true for a lot of you. But I guarantee you there's somebody watching right now who's, I've given this example before. They're 12 years old. They live in New York City. They've never seen anything outside of concrete. And they've never done what we're doing right now. And so to you, if that is you, or something like that, maybe you can teach me how to open this. I don't have a knife or anything. Guess you just got to be a man, huh? I was trying to open it nicely, but that ain't gonna happen. Listen, if that's you, then again, there's a whole world out there for you to explore. So get to exploring, man. Get to exploring. So real simple, little traditional s'mores tutorial. That's the word I'm looking for. All right, breaking your graham crackers in half. I'm gonna break my chocolate in half here. Put one on each of these. Okay, I'm making a couple, so we got it all prepared, right? Boom, look at that. I'm not gonna spill it. And then these are just standard marshmallows. You buy these for $1.50 or whatever at Walmart or Dollar General or whatever. Buy a little mini pack of them, whatever you need. We're just gonna do, oh shoot, well, this is why you buy them, because you end up spilling some. You buy a whole pack. We're just gonna do one at a time. Slide around the campfire stick here. And we're good to go. I'm gonna move this plate so I don't spill my my graham crackers there. And I mean, we're making s'mores, dude. There we go. Easy enough. I haven't done this in quite some time. Again, the sugar, I hate that I'm doing this right now, but it does taste good. I never said sugar doesn't taste good. I said you shouldn't eat it. All right. Now the debate in the s'mores world is, do you like it ooey gooey and golden brown? Or some people will put it right in the depth of the fire and char them black, right? I don't like mine black. I don't want this thing on fire. But you tell me, man. You tell me. Yeah, see, you can start seeing it start swelling up, you know what I mean? It's about to catch fire. See it start smoking there. Boom. You know what? Honestly, good enough to me. Good enough to me. I'm not even wasting time. It's a simple process. It's a simple process. And I got the double chocolate. I got chocolate on each side here. So I'm gonna take this. And you kind of want to sandwich it, smash it down, and then extract the stick. There you go. Boom. You get a little stick extraction, you know what I mean? And then, oh my God, dude. This is literally, this is picture perfect. Look at that. Look at that, boom. Oh my goodness. Now that's a good photo right there. Hey, there we go. Hey. I love it, man. Oh, I'm having a great time. Bon appetit. Tastes like freedom right there. Yes, sir. Tastes like freedom right there. Tastes like my childhood a little bit. A little campfire s'more. Listen, there's other ways to do it. This is as OG as it gets, man. Well, listen. I think we're gonna wrap up here. Oh, it's so good. Chocolate, man. I'm a chocolate addict. If I don't do it often, man, but oh, it's so good. I think we'll wrap up this podcast here, man. Let's end with this. I think moving forward in the podcast realm for the Redbay Chronicles, we could go on for hours, man. You just put a guest right there, and not in the fire. Let's put him somewhere else. So we'll adjust the camera, and we'll talk for hours, man. You know. So I think. No, I know. This is just the first outdoor podcast of many. We'll have many guests. Some names you know, some names you don't. We've got some people lined up already. We are, if you're watching this around the time of recording, September of 2025, what we just did today, this is all just a single drop in the bucket of everything we're going to be doing. I'm excited for it, for the podcast, for the films, the YouTube, everything, the streaming, and the foundation, man. It's I'm grinning ear to ear just talking about it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 5 with me, your host, Sergeant Redbay. Let me know what you want to hear next time. Let me know down below in the comments. Let me know on Twitter, on X. We have a Discord server. All this stuff is linked on our YouTube channel, Sergeant Redbay. But listen, I'm gonna finish up these s'mores here. I'm gonna make another one, but we're gonna sign out. So for that, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I love each and every one of you, and we'll see you guys again very soon. Peace out.